interesting. Riojas versus Grello now. What can we expect from this meet, Sean?
Yeah, well, Riojas' record isn't pretty. It's 2-10, but he's a true freshman, you know, gaining plenty of experience in the toughest league. He's covering for Xavier Montalvo, who's been dealing with weight issues throughout this season. So I think regardless of what we're expecting, it's a great test for Riojas.
Absolutely, Riojas really stepped in here, and he'll be looking to add on to this mounting Illini lead of 20-3 now. Not exactly the team storyline we expected coming into this match, but the Illini really pulled through in some of those toss-up matches there. We saw a great win from Langendorfer, another win from, and that was an amazing little duck under move there from Riojas. And it'll force a potentially dangerous stall, but Riojas really, as you said, despite his record, he has an awareness for the mat that is kind of rare in a freshman, in my opinion. He's come out and done a good job here representing the Fighting Illini. And he'll be taking on, as we see, Joseph Grello, the redshirt freshman from Rutgers. He's 11-7 on the season. Riojas in on that leg as we see a shin wizard from him. And this is very much so a scramble position as these two wrestlers are a little tangled up here, looking for the first points of this matchup. And Grello's going to come out on top. That was all about hip awareness and really wrist control there, as Grello was able to take down Riojas in that situation. And he's trying to throw the leg in, though it's well defended by Riojas, who's working to get up to his feet. Now, Joseph Grello himself is a two-time state champion from Bergen Catholic High School, one of the top wrestling high schools in New Jersey. And just this past season, he lost by just 4 points to number 3 ranked Bo Jordan of Ohio State. But he is coming off of a loss against Northwestern, so Riojas is going to try to take advantage of this momentum, as there's a caution on this start with a minute left in the first period. And that was some initial motion there, as we saw Grello really apply some pressure to break down Riojas upon that initial whistle. We got a minute left now. Grello's building up some riding time. He's just at about 45 seconds of riding time here. And there's some hip separation. Riojas looking to get away, but Grello immediately snakes his right leg back in there to apply a leg ride here. There's 28 seconds, and a tight power half now is being employed by Grello, who's really riding tough. We've seen a lot of good riding here from the Rutgers lineup. And there's a stall warning has just been shown by the referee against Riojas. That just is a testament to Grello's ride. As I've been saying at this point, he really has control of Riojas, and he's taking control of the pace of this match, this first period. Decision is deferred to Rutgers, who will choose the bottom position. And here's a replay of this initial takedown now. Riojas was able to react to that initial motion, and Grello had to counter that with the low single, which he was able to get the takedown on. There's a roll through from Grello, looking for that hip separation. Riojas just clinging on, able to keep this ride. Now he's going to try to work down the riding time that Grello surpassed that past period. He was able to get about a minute and a half of riding time, but it's ticking down now as Riojas is on top with control of Grello's right arm as he's working an arm bar. Good fight there from Grello to get his arm free, and he's starting to work back up as he gets the escape point there. It's a 3-0 lead from Grello here. A minute remains here in the second, and Riojas is looking to get on the board. Some tough snaps there from Grello.
Yeah, we also talk about him being a true freshman. Getting some points on the board, even though he may not win, can definitely serve as a confidence booster for this season and the future years coming as a Fighting Illini.
And they're coming back to the center of the mat here. 35 seconds remaining in the second. Grello's shown some poise here. Some great riding on top and was able to get that escape. His riding time was erased by Riojas during that. There's 55 seconds on the scoreboard. Next to the mat, denoting the riding time of Grello.
Yeah, but we could hear this Illini coaching staff, assistant coach Mike Poeta. He was just telling Dave Riojas just to get started, get things started here. It's important to wait for your right moment, but you also got to take the opportunity when they come to you.
And Riojas immediately motioning that he'll be taking bottom, and hopefully he'll be looking for that energy that Mike Poeta so desperately wants. This is a match within reach for Riojas, only a 3-point lead from Grello, and this initial whistle will really tell how this period goes. He's going to need to get an escape and not get ridden out by Grello as he did for most of that period that we saw earlier. A lot of pressure there still being applied by Grello, though. He's really shown that he knows how to ride, and there's another stall warning there, and a point goes to Grello. He's just been able to prove his motivation here, and there's a roll-through attempt. Riojas looking for anything to get some points now. If he is able to catch Grello there, but Grello regains control. And almost 2 minutes of riding time here for Grello after this minute here in the third period that he's been on top, as he is a bow and arrow looking to get some back points here. That's definitely an uncomfortable position for Riojas there on bottom, who's already has a stall point against him. Grello's just continuing this pressure here as Riojas trying to get some hip separation, but Grello's really proved to be a tough rider on top.
Yeah, wherever he's trying to move, regardless of his footwork, he's trying to keep his chest really close to Riojas' back, trying to establish a really firm connection.
There's a mat return, a roll through from Riojas. He's able to get a 2-point reversal awarded by the ref, and then a 1-point escape there for Grello. He saw the motion of that. He felt the separation as you were talking about, and he was able to get the reversal right at the end of this third period. It's not enough for him to win this meet, and another point is awarded for riding time as